Hello, and welcome back again. I'm going to show you something pretty cool this time. So, I am giving away this free template. You can get it from my website, jimmydrawstuff.com. Just go on there. You'll have to sign up to the newsletter, but which I'll be sending out great stuff in anyway. Go and check it out, and you can download this as a PDF. There's 2 pages on it. One page gives you some instructions on how to do it. The second page is what you're looking at right now. Now, this is a way to formulate your ideas and kind of go through a bit of a process with your creative ideas, so you're taking it to the best possible option. Excuse me. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to give you a little bit of a walkthrough of this one and kind of take you through how this works. Obviously the instructions are there, but seeing someone else do it can sometimes be a beneficial thing. So let me take you through this one. I'm going to draw on top of here so you can see what I'm going through. So I'm going to start at the bottom. So this diagram works from the bottom up, so it goes up this way. So this is our starting point down here, and we're going to work up to the top there, okay? So what we start with is the idea. So this is our kind of simple little snapshot of where we want to begin. So let's say in this instance, I've had the idea that I want to create a t-shirt, and the t-shirt's going to have a bit of a design on it. So let's see, what could my design be? Maybe the comment could be something like, don't bite off more than you can chew. And then maybe in this case, I could do the illustration I have. The idea is just have a shark there with its mouth open, big teeth coming out, but sort of looking a bit worried. This is literally an idea coming off the top of my head, so don't hold against me. So this is the rough idea. Okay, so we got shark there. Don't bite off more than you can chew, and this is where I'm going to start with it. So I'm going to go, okay, here's the idea. This is what I'm thinking of doing. I'm gonna start here. Now, this is where the creative explosion comes into play. So we're taking this idea and we're just kind of blowing it up to see what else can happen. Now, so from the idea, we're going to jump up to this part, which is the exploration part. So exploration is basically consists of these 2 sections here. So we've got outside examples and we've got outside inspiration. Now, when I look at outside examples, I'm looking at what might be out there that we could look at. So what things might be out there in the industry already, or in the market that you might be looking to sell your creative wares, that kind of thing. What's out there? What can we sort of look and find that might be similar? So what we might do is we might look at maybe some examples in. So I'll just get rid of those. Might look at some examples in Pinterest. Maybe there's some ideas there, and maybe there's like a slogan that says, maybe just something that's like something in the shark realm that just says chomp chomp. Again, don't judge me on these ideas. And then maybe there's something else like a t-shirt style that we find that we like. And we want to kind of replicate that. Maybe it's got the sort of ringer style, and we're like, oh, that's pretty cool, let's work with that. So there's some outside examples that kind of show us what this could look like. This section here, so outside inspiration, so this is where we might actually take something that's a little bit more disconnected from what we're looking at. So outside examples are going strictly, here's what we're looking at. The outside inspiration, this is where we might kind of go into a little bit more sort of connected detail. So maybe there's something around printing on t-shirts. So maybe we find like an article that tells us a bit around printing on t-shirts, and it gives us a bit more information. Maybe like we could get into, like, I think in the States there's Shark Week, so maybe we look at some shark documentaries to kind of get our heads around what sharks are and how they behave and that kind of thing, and how we might kind of look at capturing them in this particular idea. Then the other thing maybe we could look into is maybe we could look at, so we've looked at printing on t-shirts, we've looked at sharks, maybe there's something around like the audience. So maybe we're looking at, who do we want to see maybe these shirt ideas that we're looking at or something like that. So what kind of audience would buy a shirt with a shark? But maybe we could add into that some slogan development. So we're looking at different ways that we could develop the slogans for this. Okay, so now we've got this section here where we've gone through this process of exploration, and we've explored some different ways that we can kind of justify this idea and change a little bit. So from there, we've taken that inspiration, we've taken that knowledge, and we're moving up to our concept phase. Now in our concepts, what we're actually looking at is we're looking at two rough ideas. Now these don't need to be a polished idea. These are two ideas where we can kind of go, great, okay, so we kind of know from our outside inspiration and examples what we can actually kind of pull together here. So let's say one concept is to do, maybe let's do a long sleeve shirt. We've decided that, and maybe we're going to go really kind of crazy with it and have make it look like a shark's taken a chunk out of the side of the shirt, kind of Jaws style, I guess. And that's the idea we're going with. Not a very good one, but it's there. So maybe that's our concept. Maybe concept two is we want to kind of play a bit more, sort of simpler with it, and we want to, maybe we take from this section here, we take that ringer idea. So we kind of do these different bits here, and maybe we're just going to have like a sort of cartoony looking shark sitting down here, and that's our little like pocket design. And then maybe we say, okay, we're going to do something on the reverse as well, and we're going to have something on the back of the shirt that has chompity chomp. Okay, and I can't spell chompity chomp. And that's where we land on it. So we say, okay, cool, that's where we're going to go. So we've got these two concepts. Now, from here, this is where we kind of bring everything together. So you can see the depth of research from these concepts all the way down from the initial idea. There's a lot that's happened there to kind of get to this final area. So let's look at the polished idea. What we're going to look at here is we're going to go, right, what we've kind of got to these two concepts, and we've got this knowledge here. What do we want to kind of pull together to make this happen? So let's say the polished idea might be we're going to go t-shirt. We've decided on that. We like the idea of the chomp, the sort of shark head coming out of it. So we could say, okay, well, let's instead of making this a shark on the front, let's make it sort of jaws opening up like that. And then on the back of the shirt, we're going to have that chompity chomp line. I'm not going to write it all out, but yeah, we have chompity chomp. So what we've kind of done is we've formulated all those ideas and found where they kind of fit together. Now, this could also work in a different way. Maybe we look at concept two and we go, geez, we really like concept two. Let's go with that one. Let's put that one up here just as it is without changing anything. Same goes for concept one. And maybe it's sort of you do concept one, concept two, and you need to go back and do a few more of those exercises in inspiration and examples again. This can work with anything. So this is a creative process. This isn't just doing, like I've done a shirt design. This could be for a piece of music. This could be for a script for a film or something like that. It can work for anything, and it can even go beyond just like creative practice stuff. Maybe this could be you're trying to solve a problem. So this is a way you can kind of work through it. So this is what I call a creative explosion. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you tried it out? Does it work? How do you find it? I hope you do get something out of it. Now, in the comments, I'll put the link to get this. So feel free to jump across to my website, which is all kind of brand new and fresh, and just let me know if you have any trouble accessing it. But it should all be pretty sweet. Thanks. Have a great day.